Hey there again, TikTakers. We are back again with another terrifying story about Minecraft. And this time around, this horrible event could be witnessed by many viewers in a live stream. Although shortly after, Twitch made sure to erase every possible trace about that event from their website. Juan had started doing live streams a few days ago with his friends, doing a Minecraft series with a heavily modified version of the game, which allowed them to do many more things than usual. This was thanks to a professional hired by them who created the servers and made sure they were running at top performance. He added new enemies and characters to the game, as well as new blocks, minerals, tools, and missions with diamonds as a reward. Not even Juan and his friends knew about all the new things they could do in this version of the game, and that's what their followers liked the most. They were fascinated seeing how, as Juan and his team advanced through the game, new creatures and unexpected landscapes appeared. It was so fun that just 4 episodes in, the viewer average increased from a handful of viewers to 3,000. Juan and his friends built a huge palace, an aquatic park, and automated mines which saved them time from looking for minerals, which allowed them to keep exploring the world. However, one of them had a terrible idea. Guys, we should go to the Nether. He probably modified it too, so there must be a lot of cool stuff in there. The entire group agreed and armed themselves in case they had to face unusually strong enemies. They grabbed their best diamond swords and armor, imbued with enchantments providing protection, extra speed, and fire resistance. They needed to get obsidian, a very hard material made by mixing lava with water, as well as a flint and steel to open a portal to the Nether. The flint and steel were easy to craft, and they could also make obsidian, but it wasn't necessary. They found the blocks nearby where there used to be a waterfall. How lucky! All they needed now was diamond pickaxes to strike them. After getting to work, they obtained the 14 blocks they needed. They placed them in a rectangular shape and used the flint and steel to light a fire inside. A purple mist appeared, indicating that they did everything correctly and were now ready to explore the Nether. They entered the portal and arrived to a small island formed by red blocks and surrounded by a sea of lava which seemed to be never-ending. There was nothing else around. And suddenly, all of Juan's friends disappeared and he ended up completely alone in that small island with no way back. Juan didn't understand what was happening. They normally used an external application to talk with each other, but that stopped working too. And when he tried to get in contact with them again, he realized he couldn't close nor minimize the game. And that's when Juan started hearing the weeping of a woman through his headphones. He turned around with the mouse and saw what seemed to be a female character dressed in a white dress, with bloody tears flowing on her face. He approached her to check if she was a peaceful or hostile mob. But in that moment, the game over screen appeared. Juan tried to respawn, but it didn't work. He was very confused, and then he noticed how the Twitch chat started filling with messages saying, "Behind you." Juan only had enough time to look at his webcam screen and see behind him the same woman he had just seen in the game, but she was now real. She was brandishing a knife, and with it, she slit Juan's throat in front of all the viewers, covering the camera with blood. So, be careful, horror lovers. Always make sure your game will not become reality. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode.